Welcome back to Aeons and Legacy. We're getting near the end. I'm pretty sure we have Bladius down to 6 health. We have Death Maiden down to 3 health though. Astria down to 6. And if the Flachet card activates, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. So it's going to depend pretty heavily here on turn order to see who's or what is going first. Alright, shuffled enough. Up first is going to be Astria. Alright, let's go to Astria's play area. Have her take the first turn. Alright, Astria has the Incinerating Fist ready to go with +1 damage. That is going to mean 4 damage. Oh man, 4 damage. We're going to hit Bladius for 4 damage, taking him to 2 health. He is on the ropes for sure this time. Alright, and what do we have? Well, we have lots of good and painful things. We're going to put Incinerating Fist, Open Breach 4. We are going to put Spark in 3, and then we're going to play, well, we have, what are we going to play? We'll play the Neural Wreath. Focus any player's breach. Well, every breach is already fully focused, but any player may prep a spell in hand. We're going to play that for Death Maiden. So let's go over to Death Maiden's area and prep a spell in hand. Alright, Death Maiden has in hand Incinerating Fist. Fire Chakram. Okay, she's going to take the Incinerating Fist and prep it to Open Breach 3. Alright, back we go to Astria to finish off her turn. Alright, things going quite well. We've got 2 Ether, and if you have 3 or more Open Breaches, you gain a life. So she's going to have 2 Ether, going to gain a life from 6 health up to 7, so that's good. And with 2 Ether, she can do absolutely nothing, because we've already bought all the Fire Chakram cards, cost 2. So she's going to put her cards back in any order. We'll put them this way. Going to flip her deck over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for her next hand, which will be Fire Chakram, Crystal, Fire Chakram, Incinerating Fist. Yeah, you can see the damage just piling up. Bladius at 2 health. Alright, let's go to turn order and see who's up next. Turn order time. And we have Astria going again for the win, I think. Let's go over to her play area and have her deal the pain. Well, we got the jump on Bladius here in the final round. We're going to be doing 4 damage, 5 damage total. Of course, Bladius only has 2 health left. Boom, he is completely annihilated by Astria. And that's going to be the end of Bladius. So, we're going to be consulting the back of the card, because it says, at the end of the game, at the end of the game with Bladius, read the back of this card. So we're going to be doing that right now. Alright, and here's the back of that card. It says, record the result of the game on page 20 of the rulebook. Well, there's a little section in the rulebook where you can record wins, losses, and what have you. If you defeated Bladius, read the front of card L16. If you lost to Bladius, read the back of L16. Well, we won, so we're going to look at the front of L16 right now. Alright, the conclusion continued. Bladius drops to 1 knee, exhausted and wounded. It stares up at you, hate gleaming in its eyes. Equally exhausted, you step forward to finish the beast off. Ensuring the safety of the survivors behind you, you have won the day. But it doesn't take long for the harsh reality to sink in. Bladius wasn't even a full-fledged nameless, and yet he matched you evenly. You will need more training before your next fight. Read the front of L17. Well, let's get to it. Alright, Chapter 2 continued. Conclusion. You are training with drama when Mist returns from her patrol. I track the fleeing minions through the caves. Mist points to the craggy rocks overhead. They are above us, gathering on the surface. The world we thought was ruined. You will have to see it yourself. Legend says the world above was destroyed. Yet, as you follow Mist out of the cave, you see a green canopy before you, large trees, rushing streams, and creatures fluttering in the air. You never imagined the surface would be so alive after spending your entire life underground in Gravehold. So it says if you haven't opened Box A was the one that gave us our 4th open breach, so we did. So we don't need to read EO7. All right, read the back of this card. So let's continue on. All right, here we go. There is so much to do, and everyone has a task to complete. Yours is to defend the camp. You spend time training with Mist, learning to channel your unique abilities. The coming days will be difficult, and the power you possess will prove invaluable. Open Insight 4 and apply all rulebook and reference card stickers. And each player places a charge strip sticker at the bottom of their player mat where it says unlocks end of chapter 2A. Okay. Choose an ability sticker and place it in the middle of your playmat where it says unlocks end of chapter 2B. Okay. Yep, I see that on our... choose a name for your ability and write it on the sticker. Open Box B. Read the front of L18. Wow, lots to do. I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to be doing all of that. Showing you, I guess, Death Maiden Astria's player mats after I perform all of this stuff. And then we're going to open B, and then we're going to read card L18. So let me get set up here. Alright, so we're going to start off with Death Maiden. So I've applied all the stickers to the book, and the stickers now apply to Death Maiden. All of the rule stickers have to do with the charges, and if you've seen my other playthroughs of the basic Aeons End games, you know all about charges and what they are. So we've applied the sticker here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charges on the bottom of Death Maiden's card, costing 2 ether to apply a charge. I have chosen for her the Bug Smasher ability, which means when you spend all of your charges, she's going to be able to activate during her main phase, deal 7 damage to a minion. And that goes along with her theme, I think, with having the Bug Zapper card, already dealing extra damage to minions. So she's basically our minion killer. Alright, let's take a look at Astria and see what I've chosen for her. And here we have Astria, again, the charge sticker applied, the same as Death Maiden. I've chosen for her Life Well, and it's activate during your main phase. Any player gains 3 life, and that of course goes along with her theme that I'm building for her, which is the healer, because she has the Lifebringer gem, being able to heal herself when she has 3 open breaches, and now she's going to be able to heal any player 3 if she spends all 6 of her charges. Alright, let's continue on with the card. Alright, and continuing on with the card, choose a name for ability. So we've done all of this. Open Box B, what Box B was. And I use crystals that I got from the pet store for fish tanks, but Box B is basically a whole bunch of these charge tokens, which I'm not going to bother with because I like to use these, which are little, like I said, fish tank crystals you get for cheap. And then it says read the front of L18. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, and this is the front of L18. It says reveal the rest of the stop 2 deck, which I've done, and it's this huge stack of cards here. These are your supply upgrades. Replace 2 supply piles in the current supply with an upgrade of the same type. So there's 3 gems, 2 relics, 4 spells in the supply. Banish the cards you did not choose and the ones you removed from the supply. So I'm going to do that. I'll show you that here in a minute. Banish the Bladius Nemesis mat and the Nemesis cards labeled Bladius. I've done that. Set aside all the Nemesis cards that say basic at the bottom. So I have done that. Return those cards to the box for use in future games. And it says do not read the back of this card until you're ready to start chapter 3. So the last thing we need to do for this playthrough, I guess, is choose and replace 2 of our supply cards with 2 new ones. And so we're going to come right back and I'm going to do that. Alright, these are currently our supply cards. I've agonized and gone through the 4 cards that were available in the rest of the deck, and I have decided to change out one of our gems. So I'm going to get rid of our Crumbling Compound. That's going to be banished, and we're going to replace it with the Entangled Shard, costing 4, gain 2 ether. If you have 3 or more charges, gain an additional charge. So that's going to help our characters, our our breach mages, they will be death mages pretty soon, power up their special abilities a little bit more. The other card that I am exchanging out is I'm getting rid of Incinerating Fist, costing 4, dealing 3 damage. Why am I doing that? It's a pretty awesome spell. Well, the reason I'm doing it is I'm replacing it with Force Transfusion. Same cost, 4, it's deal 3 damage, same damage ability, but it says if you have 3 or more charges, you gain a charge. So another spell that's going to be able to help us gain charges to fire off our special ability. So that now is going to be our supply for our next playthrough, which is going to be Chapter 3. And I think that's pretty much the end of our playthrough of Chapter 2, Among the Ruins. We took Bladius down. So let me kind of zoom out, and we're going to wrap up here. Okay, well that is going to wrap up Chapter 2, Among the Ruins. We've taken down Bladius and his minions. We've got Death Maiden now with her Bug Smasher ability, her charges. We have Astria with Life Well and her charge ability as well. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. This is Aeons End Legacy, a co-op deck building game. I'm quite liking it. I like the story, how it's unfolding as well. Very neat, very well done. Of course, this is my first Legacy game. I've not played Legacy Risk or Legacy Pandemic or any of the others. So I am liking how this is unfolding. I do like Aeon's End to begin with, so there you have it. So up next, when I do this, we're going to be getting into Chapter 3, which is called In Search of Power. And I don't know anything about it because, like I said, this is my first time playing through this. So we're kind of, I'm discovering things as we go. So very neat. I quite liked it. That was a little bit tough, not quite as tough as a Maelstrom, I don't think, but tough enough. So I'm sure the challenges are going to get nastier and nastier. So thanks so much. And I'll see you in the next playthrough series, and I don't know what it's going to be, and I don't know when it's going to come up, so you'll just have to stay tuned. So once again, thanks so much for watching along on this one, and fairly soon, I will see you in the next playthrough series.